in this month. But I'm out here in DC. What's up, Juicy? What's up, D Tubman? How is everybody doing? I'm out here in DC getting everything ready for the big rally out here in DC going down this Saturday, November 5th, starting at 11 a.m. Let me see some fist of everybody who's going to be there this Saturday. If you're going to be here in DC this Saturday, let me see your fist, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see everybody's fist who's going to be here. I'm looking down, I'm scrolling down. We need everybody out here in DC to represent. It's going to be a monumental event. Just been out here getting things prepared, making sure all the security is tight. I've been doing radio interviews, phoners, all that stuff, getting ready. And it's going to be a nice weekend this Saturday, too. The weather's going to be very nice. So it's going to be a nice outing for the family. Now, just understand that, there are people who don't want us to do this. As you know, there are people who do not want us to do this rally because it puts a lot of the people in the political spectrum on the hot seat. As you know, today, I'm out here in DC, but in Los Angeles, my museum building was vandalized. The museum building that we just purchased was vandalized this morning. From what I understand, the people who did it, these guys, this group, they're clicked in with one of these left-wing think tanks. This is an anti-black group that pretty much targets a lot of black activists in LA, and they're anti-reparations. I do know that. The group that targeted the museum this morning, this is an anti-reparations group. These people, especially with these left-wing think tanks, a lot of this stuff is coming from the left-wingers. They are using these weird intimidation tactics. That shit don't scare me at all. That's just going to make me go hard body. I'm just going to keep going. It doesn't intimidate me. We out here, DC, we standing 10 toes down. We got hella security that's really on point. I got my other personal crew that's on point. I'm on point. We're going to be out here spitting the truth, and we're going to make it do what it do. And it's a peaceful, let me say that, this is a peaceful rally that we're having. We want calm, peace, and dignity. You understand? Let me say that off the rip. But any of these oath keepers, alt-rights, or some of these radical immigration proponents who's against reparations that's on the left, we're watching you. We see you. We see you. We see you. We see your ass. And we're still going to make it do what we do out here, ladies and gentlemen. But let's get into the topic that we're going to talk about tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a lot of people in the room so far. So hip hop is black again now. Now, after the death of our good brother, the rapper Takeoff, we've been hearing a lot of takes about hip hop in the black community. All hip hop and black culture, black culture, and hip hop. Hip hop negatively influences the black community, black culture. So now, when we talk about hip hop in a positive way, everybody owns hip hop. When we're talking about the positive aspects of hip hop, everybody's taking claim of it. Latinos, 50-50, remember? Latinos started hip hop 50-50. Then Italians, they start claiming they helped start hip hop. Then you have some Asians talking about their influence on hip hop. So everybody, when it's a positive thing, when everybody's winning awards, everybody wants to take claim to hip hop. Now that when a rapper gets shot, all of a sudden, hip hop in the black community, all black culture. Now it's black again. So now it's dumped back on us. It's everything is our fault. Hip hop is 100% black. When people get shot, that's the black part of hip hop. 100% our fault. It's black culture. That's the problem. Is it Latino culture? Are we trying to be like the syndicates in Latin America, right? Because hip hop was started 50-50 Latino. So is the violence from the Latino side? Come on now. If we're going to talk about the culture of it and the negative influences of it, let's talk about it, because a lot of rappers have these Latino stage names. Yeah, Capo and not Capo, that not Noriega and El Chapo and Escobar, and you dig? A lot of rappers take on this Latin drug dealer, these Latin drug dealer identities. So is the Latin culture negatively influencing hip hop, and then by proxy black people? Since there were some Italians who wanted to jump up and talk about their influence, are their mafia influences being negatively um, affecting us as well? Since people like to take claim, let's have you take claim for the negatives. Because this whole thing with brother Takeoff, we've been hearing all of this stuff, how the lyrics of hip hop, all for the last couple of days, we've been hearing lyrics, hip hop lyrics. Oh, you glorify this, you glorify that, hip hop, hip hop. Look, Takeoff being shot, that didn't have anything to do with no hip hop. That had absolutely nothing to do with hip hop lyrics, rap, nothing, literally nothing. I mean, literally nothing. Unfortunately, from what I understand, and we looking at some of the evidence, looks like our brother Takeoff got shot by accident by somebody who was rolling around with him. From what I understand, I don't know all the details, and a lot of theories are running around. But I saw some footage, and looks like the cat he was with, one of the people down there they were rolling with, was trying to shoot somebody else who tried to hit Takeoff. The guy was trying to get the one dude and ended up shooting Takeoff by mistake, from what I've seen. Again, I don't know all the details, so I don't want to put too much out there if it's not the correct information. But from what I understand from many different sources, the bottom line, the logistics of all the details kind of vary, but the bottom line, from what I understand, Takeoff was not being targeted to be shot. From many sources, they say that it was an accident. It didn't really have anything to do with hip hop. Now, just the negative energy in a spot like that, that has nothing to do with hip hop too. But we can talk about, and again, I talked about this last night. Just us being in certain environments, being around certain people, and being in certain places when we don't really need to be around that. When we reach a certain pinnacle in our careers, we don't need to be hanging out in certain little seedy spots or little weird spots like that. We shouldn't be hanging out in spots like that. And there's some lessons to be learned there. But this whole narrative that we're just going to blame hip hop, it ain't got nothing to do with no damn hip hop. It has nothing to do with hip hop whatsoever. So we got to be very careful about certain narratives that's out there. Every time something is negative, it's placed in our laps as black people, and then we sit around here having to beat each other up with this low self-esteem talk. Oh Lord, we got to do better. Oh, we are some horrible peoples. Well, yeah, get off that bullshit. If you're so horrible, just go somewhere else and do something. And speaking of that, you know what? A lot of tethers have been jumping on this dog pile thing against us. Have y'all been noticing that? I've been seeing a lot of these tethers who are non-FBA trying to really take digs in. Like, oh, look at these niggas. These niggas are so violent. These black American niggas. Look at these niggas. These niggas need to go somewhere. So they're really trying to dig their little claws into us as a group. If we're gonna talk about violence, come on now. Like, y'all ain't got Boko Haram out there kidnapping whole villages. So y'all really need to chill out on what you're trying to talk about. Really chill out on that. Everybody's trying to take their little digs now. Real interesting thing here. And speaking of people attacking us, see, we as Foundational Black America, we get attacked on all angles, man. Kyrie Irving, man, they made him apologize. He had to apologize to the Jewish community, and he had to give some money. Uh, he had to give $500,000, and then the Nets gave another 500,000. So this man had to apologize for sending posting an Amazon link. They created a narrative about him, and he had to post an Amazon link, which that was completely unjust. But that was them, again, exerting their power over us, making black people bow down. That some people were saying it's the same thing they were doing with Kanye. No, no, because Kanye really walked into some shit that you can't really defend. You did Kanye, what Kanye did and said, you can't defend what Kanye did and say. You can't defend that. It was so non-codified. You just can't defend that. I mean, he went all the way out the window. He was trying to be offensive. So that's a major difference. Kanye was trying to be offensive and provocative. And then he threw it on out there. Then it just backfired on him. Nobody had his back because he didn't have a base. Because Kanye he just went on a shitting spree. He was shitting on everybody. He shitted on black people, and he lost any base that he would have. And then he started going after all these other groups, and then it backfired on him. So that's way different than Kyrie. Kyrie didn't do anything wrong. He didn't do nothing wrong. All he did was share an Amazon link. He didn't promote nothing. He just shared a link to a movie, and people could form their own opinions about it. See, we got to get into this free speech and First Amendment thing when it comes to black folks. See, we get punished for stuff like that. You don't see white people get punished for sharing a damn link. You didn't promote anything. You just shared a link to a movie and people could make their own decisions about it. You didn't say hey, nay, or nothing. You did? And notice it's always black people after they done said something or it's been perceived that they said something to these other groups where black folks got to pay up. But none of these groups ever have to pay up to us. They don't pay us nothing. Every time these groups do something wrong to us, some of these groups that's always targeting black folks and making them pay up, notice they don't give us nothing and they do vile stuff to us. They never have to pay up. You see, this is why we got to get codified. This is why we got to get codified, ladies and gentlemen. We got to be on code with each other. We got to learn to have a code of conduct. It's very important that we get a code of conduct. What's up, Wayne? I see you, player. What's up, Teslin? I see you, player. Miss Lady, I'm going to see you in a couple of days. I see you, Lioness, down there. Let me get some folks in here. Let me get the people in here chopping it up. Let's get Rosemarie. Let's get Rosemarie in here. What's up, Rosemarie?
Top of the morning to you, Tariq.
Hey,
How
what's
are
going on?
you?
I'm good. What's going on?
So, I got a question. Why don't blacks just turn their backs in hip hop? Tariq is trash?
Hmm. Okay, this is Miss Djibouti with a damn voice thing. No wonder your voice sounds.
No,
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
Irish.
No, no, you're not. You're not Irish, ma'am. That's Miss Djibouti with a damn voice changer, which is horrible. You're too cheap to even get a good voice changer. Lord, ma'am, you couldn't even save up enough Uber Eat money to get a voice changer. You got the free trial, and it just gave you one or two voices, the man voice and the woman voice. That was horrible. Ma'am, your cheap, dusty, musty, big forehead ass couldn't even spend the whole little $10 to get a good voice changer. This musty broad got a Teddy Ruxpin speak and spell voice changer. That was horrible. That just shows how cheap and dusty you are, ma'am. If you're gonna troll, at least spend a little money. You could have done so much better. That's why you failed your homeland, ma'am. That's why you over here smelling like camel tits. All right, let's get some other people in here. All right, that was so horrible. Okay, let's get Nurse Nikki. Let's get Nurse Nikki in here. Nurse Nikki, Miss Nurse Nikki, hop on.
Hey Tariq, hi everybody in the room. I just want to know if you've seen the news that they just unearthed 21 coffins of the Tulsa massacre victims. That's all I wanted to ask, and if you can mention that during the reparations rally.
Okay, I'm gonna look into that. I haven't seen that, but yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, there was a lot of victims out there in Tulsa. There's a lot of victims out there. Did y'all speaking of reparations? Did y'all see the clip I posted of Johnny Cochran? It was Johnny Cochran, Randall Robinson, and Charles Ogletree. A lot of these brothers, these lawyers, and these people were getting together a couple of decades ago, like what I want to say the early 2000s, and they were about to go at the government hard body for reparations. I posted that clip. The great brother, some of the new people, y'all need to know who Johnny Cochran is. We have a lot of new generation brothers and sisters who don't even know the greatness of Johnny Cochran because the mainstream media, they never talk about Johnny Cochran. You understand? They act like Johnny doesn't exist. We need to let the new generation know that we had a brother who was a lawyer that was so incredibly thorough, and he was a hero in the black community. The white media don't like talking about him because they don't want to influence others. You know, Johnny Cochran made a lot of black folks want to get into the legal profession. That's how thorough that brother was, and he was so 100% down for the community. And this was one of the best lawyers in American history, with hands down. And for those who don't know, he was O.J. Simpson's lawyer. He got O.J. Off for being wrongly accused of murder. O.J. Simpson did not kill nobody. I've broken that down many, many times. And Johnny Cochran argued that trial beautifully. He was getting everybody off at the time. He got Todd Bridges off. He was getting Michael Jackson off. He got Puffy off. He was getting everybody off. You had Johnny on your side. You were going home. Got Snoop Dogg off. Johnny was not nobody to play with at all. And Johnny was whooping these people's asses in the media. After he got OJ off, he doubled down. He said, guess what I'm about to do? I'm about to get one of the Black Panthers out of jail because y'all put him in jail wrongly too. Geronimo Pratt. I'm about to get Geronimo Pratt out of jail. And then went and did it. White folks lost their minds. Y'all don't understand how much they hated Johnny Cochran. They hated Johnny Cochran. That's why they don't talk about him. And old racist ass Fred Goldman and his punk ass dad. No, what's the Ron Goldman? His dad was Fred Goldman. Racist ass. I'd never forget. Some of y'all old enough to remember during the OJ trial. Johnny Cochran and those guys were getting a lot of death threats because they were arguing the case so wonderfully, and white supremacists around the country kept threatening Johnny Cochran. So and Johnny Cochran was rubbing the shit in. He come to trial with a kente cloth on. Oh, this fucking nigger. Oh, they didn't know how to act. He was killing them. He was coming there with kente cloths and all types of Swahili headbands and all types of stuff. He was killing them. And then they kept threatening our brother Johnny. And then Johnny showed up with the damn FOIs. Nigga, y'all don't understand. They blew their top. When Johnny showed up to court, he had them FOI brothers who were solid. Johnny had them FOI brothers riding for him. White folks lost their minds. Fred Goldman got on TV and just had a damn seizure. Did you see that? Damn Johnny Cochran. You see those people? They're down with Farrakhan. Is that what we're doing? Farrakhan. When they say Farrakhan, that means they're real mad. When they just get the pronunciation all fucked up. Farrakhan. Oh, they lost their minds. So Johnny was rubbing it in. Then when Johnny was about to get reparations for the Tulsa victims, he was about to get some paper for them, and he was about to get reparations for all of us. He said, we about to go to the U.S. government. Yeah, it might not be popular. We about to get that money. Then all of a sudden he died. You dig? All of a sudden he got one of them little mysterious brain aneurysms. Right when he started going there, they were like, oh, enough is enough. Oh, we have to do something. You dig? Right when he started talking about reparations, and it's because they knew Johnny would get them damn reparations. Johnny was going to get that. He had some heavyweights with him, and he was a heavyweight. So yeah, they've always had a problem with us talking about getting what we're supposed to get. And the name of the game, and we don't back down, we double down. Because we're standing on the side of righteousness. We're supposed to get what we're supposed to get. We're supposed to get compensated. There was a crime against us, and we're still suffering from that crime. We got to stop this scaredy cat bullshit and not be afraid to stand up and say, hey, man, this is what's been done to us, and we need to be compensated. We don't care about how popular it is. This is why they got to browbeat and show us weak all the time. They have to beat us down. Have y'all seen, speaking of Kyrie Irving, they made our brother Kyrie apologize. And I still respect Kyrie because he stood 10 toes down. You dig? So I guess he was like, I don't want to bring nothing to the team. These other Sambos are turning on me. So let me go and say what I need to say. Dollars out there because you had Shaq and Charles Barkley on what show are they on? Buck dancing for goddamn butter biscuits. Charles Barkley country ass. Well, I think he should have been suspended. Saying them words, anti-Semitism is never okay. So I guess Kyrie saw hey, the coon train just arrived. So let me just go ahead. These niggas ain't gonna have my back. They're gonna sit here and throw me under the bus with the white people. So let me just say what I need to say and just keep it pushing. They had Shaq. Was Shaq buck dancing too? I heard Shaq was buck dancing too. Come on, Shaq. And I like Shaq, but damn. So they sent their big old plantation bucks out there to do some buck dancing. You see? And they make an example out of these big Negroes. They get the biggest, burliest Negroes and make them sit around there like the Green Mile. Ooh, I John Coffee. I don't know what to do. They love getting a big old burly nigga and making him bow down. So that's unfortunate. So they try to use them. That's a form of buck breaking. Get the biggest, uh, um, most athletic, strapping Negro, and then make him bow down, and that makes everybody else fall in line. That's why it's very important for them to get ball players to bow down. It's very important for them to get black males who are athletes. It's always important to put some kind of false claim on them and then make them bow down. Because in the minds of the black masses, if they make our biggest and strongest bow down, well, I'm not as big and strong as them. I don't have as much money, so I better fall in line. You see, that's why they like to go after prominent black people. Some of us ain't bowing down. I ain't bowing down just yet. Even though we've been talking about reparations and these folks are doing all types of intimidation tactics, doing shit around my home, doing stuff at my vandalizing our business. They think that's going to scare me. It is not. I am not scared of these assholes. I'm standing on the right side of history. If it came down to it, I'd be out there by my damn self because I'm not going to wait on nobody to stand with truth. If you're scared, stay home. You're scared, go to church. But when it comes to some real grown man business, we need grown men handling this shit. We need grown women handling this, standing 10 toes down. The scared shit is for the birds. We got too many people out here within our community losing. I'm out here in DC. I talked to one of my drivers today, a real cool sister who's a stud. Shout out to the studs in DC. She was a DC stud. Very nice lady. She was my driver. Drove me around today. She was telling me about the African American History Museum. She was like, "Yeah, came out here. I did construction. You know how them studs be working them nigga jobs. Yeah, I do a little construction. Drive for lift. I do construction and security, and they them studs find the most masculine job they can find. But she did security, and she told me she was one of the people who helped build the African American History Museum. And she broke some real serious shit down to me. She was like, you know what? Most of the people building that museum were Hispanic. She told me the people who built the African American Museum history out here, she said damn near 90% of them were Hispanic. The unions, a lot of the unions didn't have a lot of black people in the company. And she told me the name of the company. It was a certain company that got contracted. And this particular company hired damn near all Hispanics. There were like hardly any black people. She's like, wasn't no black, really weren't too many black people, or like a small percentage, and damn sure wasn't no black women. She was like the only black woman on there. You dig? Building the damn African American History Museum. Ain't that some stuff? So this is why we need to stand up for our damn selves. We up here talking about some goddamn black and brown and kumbaya. We're sitting here elevating other groups, and other groups are building so-called iconic centers that's supposed to be for us. So this is why we got to start standing up and stop bullshitting, man. We got to stop playing around out here. It's real. Let me get my brother Great Black Shark in here. Great Black Shark, hop on, brother. Great Black Shark, hop on, bro. Yes, I can, man. What's on your mind?
First and foremost, I would like to salute you, Brother Marcel, and all the other sisters that will be in attendance at the DC rally. I'd like to offer you all words of encouragement. Thank you very much for putting this together because it's going to change the course of our history. And I'll
Yep.
be very brief with what I'm about to say because one of the things, like you mentioned a little bit earlier in your dialogue here, we do have to make sure that our youth know who Johnny Cochran was, John Henry Clark, Yosef Ben Yakinen,
Yep.
Dr. Francis Chris Wilson, because see, as we bring our Grandmaster teachers on forward into the future, whether it's by way of speaking of them, putting their faces on like products or what have you, we bring forth their knowledge into the future and it creates a foundation of tradition that lets them know that this is what you're supposed to stand up for. I saw that disrespectful clown, DJ Academics, talking about black culture is street culture. And I'm like, no, nah, you're not going to label that on us, brother, because where you from is not Disneyland. So
Yep.
I would like
Yep.
to, I'll go ahead and land with this. One of the things that I want us to start doing, and it starts with us, the brothers, sticking together, even if we have intellectual disagreements, as long as we not cooning or what have you, all that counts is if Brother Tariq needs me, Brother Marcel, whoever, I got your back. We'll figure everything else out later. And when we stand strong together, that empowers our women and it creates a tradition for the youth to say, okay, if I am faced with an adversity, this is what I do because I stand 100% behind that brother Kyrie Irving. And it's going to get to the point, like you said, where we're not going to be extorted for just having an opinion on something. With that said, I'll land. Respect to you, brother.
But real talk, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, man. Black men are just getting that was an extortion, and also that was just to make an example out of him to make a big black man bow down. That was a massive extortion. You dig? And I don't co-sign that at all. Let me get Wayne in here, brother Wayne from Atlanta. What's up, Wayne?
Much love. You already know. Piece of the room. You may remember back in 2001 where Sean Combs was dealing with that situation where he had the weapons charge, the indictment on the bribery and all that, and it was Cochran who got him off. That was in like the late 90s. Um,
Yep.
yeah, and I want to share a quick excerpt from your book, and it was making me think about it last night in the space where you talked about when you went to LA and you had to quickly become a solution based thinker because you said you
Yeah.
didn't have the luxury of having local family members, and many of your peers were hanging around. You know what I mean? They were engaging in reckless and dangerous behavior because they had easily to fall back on relatives. Has that
Yeah.
perspective really? You know what I'm saying? You think when we get into these conversations about what you're talking about last night and how you know what I'm saying as a man, how you live your life now, has that had an impact that you still what I'm saying work with on a day to day basis? You know what I mean? With that foundation you had when you first moved to LA and not having that safety net.
Yeah, because it still works for me because I don't have a safety net. Meaning, I can't depend on nobody else. Like a lot of people, they can be reckless and they can do certain things because they have a regular 9 to 5. And I'm not knocking 9 to 5s, but I don't have a 9 to 5 job. I don't work for any white people. So the decisions I make and the moves I make, I got to be very calculated and very strategic. And I just can't be reckless because I don't have anybody to depend on. I have to depend on myself, and my employees have to depend on me. My family has to depend on me. So I'm not going to make rash decisions that's going to put me or anybody around me in jeopardy. Like right now, we have this event going on. A lot of people are depending on me. I have security that's so tight. We're making sure that everything is just A-OK. We got some legal people showing up that's going to be in the crowd observing just to make sure everything is good. So we don't have any sponsors, anybody like that. There's no white mommy, white daddy looking out for us. All of this is coming from the grassroots. That's why everybody hit the donation button at rallyforreparations.com, ladies and gentlemen, because this will help us take care of some of the costs to put together such a big event like this. So yeah, man, when you don't have that safety net, you make better decisions. You make more strategic decisions. You make decisions that's going to work out better in the long run. You know. Let's get the what's your name, ma'am? I don't know your name. The Queen of Feet.
Yeah, that's me. I just wanted to say the rally is such a good idea that people are coming from all across the country to be in DC. And I think it's the perfect time after the rally and during the whole weekend. If y'all can hit up some local Black businesses in the DC area, I don't know if there's somebody that can put a list together of
Yeah,
places to go to. I think that'd be dope. So that's all I wanted to say.
thank you, dear. That would be a good idea, guys. That would be a good idea. Somebody, and I know we were trying to have an after party, but I'm just so focused on making sure the main event is good, and I'm just making sure that everybody's going to be safe, making sure that everything is good. But if there are some black businesses, we would love to promote them. That would be great. There's some black businesses out there. Um, we would love to direct people to them, and that would be great. Let's get some more people in here. Let me see where we at. Got a lot of folks in here. Y'all raise your hand if you're ready to get on. Let's see. Let's try Joseph. Let's get Joseph in here. All right, and then we get Spy King. What's up, Joseph?
Uh, uh, Hella, hey Tariq, my name is Joe. I just wanted to say I've been supporting you for a minute. My pops put me on you a year ago. I'm 20 years old, and you
Okay.
inspirational, man.
What city you in, brother? What
Kansas
city
City.
you in? There you go, my man. So have you been learning a lot of stuff by listening?
Oh yeah, you've been putting me on game. That's all I do is watch your videos at work.
That's good, man. That's good. I'm glad you're soaking the game up, man. Keep up the good work, man, and stay productive, brother. Let's get TH Cam, the Capo. I think that's your name. Spy King. This the dude from Cameroon. Where you from again, man? The Spy King, where you at, man? Spy King, where you at? I know this guy's from like West Africa somewhere. Okay, he got off. I think he dropped his phone and some Joel off. Let's get Dre. Let's get Dre all day in here. Let's get Dre all day. What's up, Dre? All right, where you
Oh,
at,
my
Dre?
fault, my fault. Hey, yo, some things.
There you
What's
go.
up, family? Some things y'all need to know. If y'all coming to Freedom Plaza and you driving down there, I suggest you rethink that. We got plenty of parking garages, parking the parking garage. Our parking enforcement are like snipers. They will get you. If we don't DC don't have that many gas stations. So if you end up at the gas station on Minnesota Avenue, I suggest you keep going. You end up at the gas station on Minnesota, Pennsylvania, keep going. If you end up on the gas station on MLK, keep going. And if you end up at the gas station on Bennett Road, keep going. Them places are not for you. If you found the sweet hotel is on New York Avenue, you think it's sweet, it ain't sweet. It ain't reason. It's reasonable, but it ain't sweet. I suggest you rethink that. Go get a hotel out Maryland. Oh, last thing.
There you.
Last thing. If you need to know where the vegan spots at, where the soul spots at, I heard Tariq talking about an after party. I haven't gotten any more word on that. But if you need to know where the party, hit me in my DM. I'll tell you where the places to be.
There you go. Thank you so much, brother. All right. Yeah. Yeah. If you guys are in town, I'm trying to see where you guys. We need to look at some of the places people can park because yeah, the parking is a bitch out here. Even near my hotel, I saw those big booty parking attendants out there writing tickets. All of them got big asses. All these big booty DC women work as parking attendants out there with their uniform on, writing tickets, sassy, writing tickets like a motherfucker. So yeah, find a good place to park, parking garage, and everything is pretty close. I mean, I think there should be parking structures next to the White House and the National Mall because that's where Freedom Plaza is, not too far from the White House and the National Park and all that stuff. So you should be able to find parking. All right, let's get who is this? Let's get Bratnella. Let's get Bratnella in here. What's up, Bratnella? Bratnella, hop on, dear. That's a
Hello?
hey, Bratnella, with this old school picture you got. What's up, dear?
Well, that was about 6 or 7 years ago. Listen, I'm so excited you guys are coming. This is my first time ever speaking on spaces. And I just want to follow up what the gentleman before me had just said. As far as parking go, I work 6 blocks away from where you guys are going to be at now for Freedom Planet 601 Colonial Parking. That's a good place to park. They handle all the things when people coming down for DC Arena, Capital One Arena, all the events in DC. So, it's not too far from where you guys go. It is a bus that would take you straight up the street, like 7 blocks up to where you got to go.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Okay,
And
cool.
and also, as far as the restaurant, I don't know if anybody in, but it's a plug. I don't work there, but I work in the building next to the Capitol Grill restaurant. If someone want to go and get a good dinner there, that's pretty good.
The Capitol
The
Grill.
Capitol Grill.
Cool. Okay, I'll look that up, dear. Thank you so much. Cool. All right, that's what's happening. All right, that is what's happening. Let's get some more folks in here. Let's get got a lot of folks in here. Let's get who else? Let me see, Roger. Let's get Roger in here. What's up, Raj? We're getting Roger in here. Where you at, player?
Tariq, what's going on, my brother?
I'm good, man. What's on your mind, Raj?
Not much, man. Basically, what I've been seeing is they basically trying to like force us into submission.
Yeah,
I was reading the ISIS papers today, and Dr. Francis Chris Wilson talks about this in chapter 6. You know what I'm saying? Basically, just talking about how they get off on forcing us into submission like this. It's like they make it a ceremonial thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, yeah,
they truly, truly just gang up on us, and they really get a kick out of like seeing us kind of tap out in a way, because
yeah,
they got Amari Stoudemire, which ain't been heard of in like years. He retired like a long time ago, but he is one of those big, tall, black, burly niggas like how he was talking about, and he was talking
yeah,
about the whole Kyrie situation about, and it's just like, bro, like we ain't heard from you in years, and now all of a sudden, you come out of hiding, basically, to disparage Kyrie instead of sticking with him. But as far as the
yeah,
topic, um, it's like as far as the hip hop thing, of course, it's always like 100% black or 100% FBA once something negative happens or once something
yeah,
violent happens in the hip hop community. It's just like when it's a when it's a positive thing, when it's being celebratory, everybody wants to cling to it, like all these different type of groups. But all of a sudden, it becomes black again when somebody gets shot, when somebody get killed, get robbed, like things of that nature, because they love to throw all of the bad stuff that happens in hip hop or just in black culture, period, on us. Like nobody wants to take responsibility for those things and the roles that they play, and also making these type of shoot 'em up, bang bang records. You know what I mean?
yeah. Real
So yeah,
talk. My man. All right, so thank you so much, man. I
for
appreciate
sure.
you. Let's get hide something.
It's High Def. Hi, Tariq. How are you?
I'm good, High Def. Where you from, bro?
Sacramento.
There you go. What's on your
Yes,
mind?
sir. Well, I just want to say God bless you. God bless the family. God bless me. God bless reparations. And I can't wait for November 5th to come. And that's
Yeah,
it.
you
I'm,
coming?
I'm going to land my plane.
Are you coming through November 5th?
I can't. I got a wife and 2 children that need me here, but I'll be with you guys in spirit.
There you go, man. Thank you so much.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Thank you.
All right. He sounded very white. I think he was a black dude, but he just sounded real white. Yeah, I think he was black. He kind of had a little Brian Gumble thing going on there. Hey, Tariq. When the motherfuckers say Tariq. Hey, Tariq. God bless ya. He sounds like one of them Negroes that goes to a white church. He's like one of them niggas. He goes up there and gives his testimony. Praise the Lord, Father God. Me being the only colored person here at the evangelical church, I like to give honor to our Lord and Savior Jesus, and I like to thank you for welcoming me because I think that all lives matter, and I think you guys are real swell. You know, as you know, my wife is Caucasian, just like you all, and just want to say I just thank you so much for welcoming me, my little mixed babies, and hopefully we can all just get along. All right. As you see, I'm not rowdy like the rest of the coloreds. Um, I have a little education. My grandma's Jamaican, and it's just golly, I just feel so great being here. I feel the spirit of Jehovah, and I like to start off with a little song for you. I saw the light. I saw the light. Praise the Lord. I saw the light. Sing one of them fucked up ass white gospel songs. uh, Speaking of Negroes getting accepted, did y'all see the story about oh boy, the Nigerian brother was talking greasy about us. What's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. The Nigerian dude who got killed, unfortunately. I'm not mocking anybody's death. That's unfortunate that the dude got killed. The dude who got killed by the white OnlyFans model, his white girlfriend. And they released video of her. They released video of her calling him all types of niggas. Now they've been had that 911 call. They had the 911 call, and she was like, "You're a nigger." She's using the hard ER. Nigga, I'm talking about E to the R, nigga. You're a nigger. She was going in. Don't call me that. So this was right before she stabbed him and killed him. And this Negro, and I'm not trying to beat up on the dead, but this Negro was all on social media talking about how he loved white women and we ain't shit. Oh my God. Lord, man. That's so tragic. That's majorly tragic. Let me ask y'all. So what's going on with this Young MA thing? People are saying that the rapper Young MA is pregnant. Lord, is this woman pregnant for real, man? Is Young MA pregnant? I I I, I don't know why this rumor is going on. Is that woman pregnant for real? I keep hearing this. Now, Young MA is a very handsome woman. She's a very masculine woman, the good rapper, and I like her songs. She's a very masculine woman. The people are saying that this woman is pregnant now. Is this for real? Or is this some kind of joke? What's going on? Come on now. I don't know what's going on because everything's possible because I've seen some pregnant studs. All right, I've seen pregnant studs. They do exist. I've seen them, but Young Ma, is she? Please, guys, are we being trolled? Is Young Ma pregnant, dude? And if so, who smashed Young Ma? Who hit that man? Which one of y'all niggas ran up in Young Ma? Come on, man. Is it is it is the game that thirsty right now for niggas are knocking up studs? What's going on, dude? What's happening? I'm confused. I'm confused, guys. We impregnating studs now. That's what we doing. What's happening? Is that the new wave? Am I officially an old nigga and I just don't understand you youngins? Is this what you youngins are doing? Stud banging? What's going on? I just might be the old nigga in the room. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. Lord, let me get some more folks in here to bring some clarity to the game. Lord, nigga, I feel for a lot of folks out here in the dating pool now, man. I feel for y'all. I ain't in the game no more, but damn, some of the stuff y'all got to go through. You don't know what you're dealing with. You got to meet a chick and she used to be a stud and she got kids and then you might run up on a motherfucker looking like T.S. Giselle. You don't. Well, you would know, but you would know. But I'm just saying, what if there wasn't somebody who was so obvious? You know. Oh Lord, let me not mention T.S. Giselle because I don't want T.S. coming in here with that weird ass energy. Um, Let me get some more people in here. Let's get Trippy Chef. Let me get Trippy Chef in here. Trippy Chef, hop on.
Hey, what's going on, Tariq?
What's up, Trip?
I just had a question about so is hip hop black again? Um, I want to know who gave like Gilly and Wallow, like who gave them the key to hip hop? Like, it seems like they are the voice for hip hop, especially at podcasting and like that. And they're not FBA. They rubbed me wrong when they were like cooning when it came to George Floyd's death. I mean, and then yesterday, well, whenever Takeoff died, they were talking about I hate you niggas pulling out your phones, recording. That's why I can't stand you niggas. Like, I think they're out of pocket.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen it, and I don't know what they said about George Floyd, so I really can't speak on that. And I don't think people look at them as the voices of hip hop. I haven't heard that narrative. So, maybe you just, you got a personal thing against them. Well, that's your opinion. But again, I don't know about whatever narratives they're spinning. Let's get Silent. What's up, Silent?
Hey, Sam. Hey, Tariq. What's going on? I have a quick question.
I'm good, man. What's going on?
Yeah, so I've been thinking about, I've been hearing the argument that hip hop is art, and that art does not influence a society. And that is true, but I'm also thinking about Birth of a Nation, made in the 20s. That wasn't just art, that had a huge influence on society and how Black people were perceived. And unfortunately, a lot of rappers now are caricatures, are coons.
Yeah,
So I hate to
yeah,
say it, but it does have a negative impact. I'm sorry, I just can't get around that. So I guess my question is that a wrong line of thinking, or is there validity to that? I'll land my plane.
yeah. But thank you. Well, yeah, we got coon rappers out here. Yeah, we got a lot of coon rappers out here. And that's just a part of the game. Not only do we have coon rappers, let's keep it a buck. There's coons in every sector of society, not just the rappers. See, they like to put the coon in and the buck dancing on the rappers. You have coon athletes. Look at Sports Center. Look at these Negroes cooning and buck dancing. They're just as coonish. You think? Just as mush mouthed. You think? Just some of the rappers are mush mouth over a beat. You think? We still got coons there, and then let's look at certain areas of the legal profession of the judicial system. Look at some of the judges. We got coon mammy judges, coon mammy prosecutors and DA. Shout out to Fonnie Willis. Shout out to Tammy the Mammy, who was over the Amber Geiger case. So we have coons and mammies in every sector of our society. It ain't just hip hop. Let's keep it a buck. That's the unfortunate thing. It's still a plantation society. On the plantation, in every sector, you had coons and mammies. We have to understand that because we're still under the system of white supremacy, which is a gigantic plantation system. This is why we have to alleviate the system. We have to become independent of the system. We have to learn how to do things outside of that system as best we can, because again, it's a prison system. And even in a prison system, when you're trying to break out of that prison, you have to use some of the tools within the prison. That makes sense. You look at movies like Shawshank Redemption and other movies. When people are trying to break out of prison, they get a saw from the wood shop area. They might get a rock or a stone or a brick or something, or a piece of metal from another part of the prison, and fashion that into a weapon or a key. You understand? So they have to look at certain tools within the oppressive system in order to break out of the system. And sometimes we have to do that, but we have to understand that we have to be codified as far as that. All right. Oh Lord, I talked T.S. Giselle's ass up. God, I knew I shouldn't have mentioned this. It's like a big burly candy man. You mention this motherfucker's name, they just pop up. My bad. I didn't. I shouldn't have talked you up, T.S. Giselle. Lord. And when I mean Candy Man, I mean just that. Candy Man. All right, let me get some more people. Let me get some more people. Oh God. Let me let me get change. Let me get change. What's up, change? What's up, change? Hop on, man. Change, hop on. A chance, I think that's your name.
Yes, it's Chance. Sorry, I forgot to turn it on.
There you go. What's up, Chance?
Yeah, this is Chance from Loxahatchee, Florida, calling by way of Pennsylvania. I just got one question. Do we have to buy tickets for the rally?
No, not at all. It's free. Just come on through.
Oh shit, cool.
Yep.
What
Oh
what
yeah,
was the
yeah, yeah.
parking spots again? Because I want to avoid. Last time I went to Chicago, I nearly got robbed.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Okay, shit. Now, what were you doing in Chicago?
I'm a truck driver.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me find out exactly where people can park. Where are my DC people? All my DC people, can you call up and let us know where some parking spots are near the downtown area or near Freedom Plaza? Do we have any DC people? If you're in DC, can you raise your hand? DC people, raise your hand, please. Let me bring you on real quickly. DC. Let's get FBA Warrior. You from DC, brother? FBA Warrior. You from DC? Are you from this area?
What's going on, family? Lioness Crown. I see you, Tesla. How y'all doing? Family, can't wait to see y'all November 5th. Like I was saying before in one of your spaces a few days ago, I would encourage people, if you're driving down, I wouldn't park downtown. I would take the Metro Center station, which is the blue, orange, and red line. I have it here. If I could just put it inside the Jumbotron for folks so they can just hold on to it. I took a screenshot and tagged everybody. If that's okay with you, Mr. Nasheed.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, yes, I took a screenshot, and I circled the actual train station that people can travel to, which is blocks away from Freedom Plaza. So you don't have to necessarily, if you're driving down, you don't have to necessarily park in the downtown area. You can park somewhere in a distance or at a train station, and then just take the train and get down to the to downtown where we'll be at. So people don't worry about stacking up the car and coming through. You'll be fine. We have ways of getting there. And like I said before, that parking is crazy. And as you can see, other people let you know, DC is crazy with this tickets and towing and all this other crap. It's ridiculous. So take the train, take Uber if need be, but I wouldn't encourage anybody to specifically drive down and park downtown. That's just not going to happen. So let's get it. Can't wait to see the family.
My man, thank you so much, brother.
Yes.
So yeah, let's some more DC people here to give us some parking tips of where people can park and all of that good stuff. That would be great because we want to make sure everybody gets to the location safely because there are going to be a lot of people out here this Saturday. It's going to be phenomenal. Let's get Brianna Henderson. Yeah, Brianna Henderson, hop up. Let's get you in here, ma'am. Brianna, want to hop on? Miss Brianna? Brianna, you ready? All right. All right, let's get some more folks in here. Let's get Ani Osaru. Ani Osaru. Let's hop on, brother. Ani Osaru. What's up, brother? Want to turn your microphone on, sir?
Hey, what's going on, Tariq?
My man, I'm good. How are you, brother?
Doing good, man. I don't know if you're just bringing up DC people. I was going to comment on the subject matter.
But go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I was just speaking on what you were saying with the basketball players and the Kyrie situation and this whole takeoff situation. I see a lot of people on social media trying to, you know, shame black people in our culture now. There's a lot of posts coming up and they're
Yeah,
saying like, oh yeah, like the black culture is trash and all of these rappers making videos talking about how the culture is trash. And I'm like how you say, that's a de facto side of not really the culture. That's this de facto activity.
yeah. Oh, you're breaking up. You're in the matrix, brother, with some robotic stuff going on. Uh, yeah, there was some stuff going on with your phone, brother. All right, let me get some more people in here. All right, let me get a couple of good ones. Let's get one more good one. Let's get one more good one, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all raise your hand if you want to get on. Let's get one more good call. Didn't I have you on yesterday, Marie? I had Marie on yesterday. Let me get Marie on because Marie is from here, I think, right? Let me get Marie. I remember you, Marie. Marie, aren't you from here? Or you live close to the DMV or something like that? Hop on, Marie.
Hi. Yes, I was born in Washington D.C., but Tariq, I just want to say I appreciate everything that you have done for our community, and I appreciate the FBA because I literally just discovered you literally a month ago.
Mm,
Being in the military, you're very restricted to what you can post and what you can do and things like that. I was in the Air Force for 20 years, and I just want to send love to my FBA community. I just realized
yeah.
that I'm FBA. My both of my parents are from Mobile, Alabama. My dad went to the Secret Service, and then I literally went to the Air Force for 20 years. I'm just saying all this to say I appreciate you. I watched all your videos within the last month. I truly
Mm,
appreciate our FBA community. I appreciate you being not a leader. So let me stipulate, and that tells you how much I've watched your videos. You're not a leader.
yep.
This is our heritage. Let me explain something.
Mm,
This is our heritage, and this is what I fought for. Because I fought for other communities, other heritages, other, around the world. I've been deployed to Afghanistan, Chile, um, um, Kazakhstan, you name it. I've been deployed to Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and everything else. But let me tell you something. Literally now that I've retired since 2016, I realize what it means to be a foundational Black American within the last month. So I thank you, my king. I thank you, my family. Let me just say something. And I couldn't get to really say that yesterday because we were moving so fast, but let me just
hmm.
appreciate you and the family. I just want to
Yes,
appreciate
ma'am.
because this is what I fought for. I fought 20 years to defend other nationalities, other ethnic groups, and everything else. But let me tell you something. I realize what I am now. I realize what I am now. And I send so much love to not only you and protection for your family. I send so much protective energy for your family now that you all are going to Washington, D.C. for this rally. I'm not able to
Yes,
be
ma'am.
there, unfortunately, because I just had a death in the family 2 weeks ago. But I tell
Hmm.
you, my spirit is there with you. My warrior spirit is there with you. I was a combat
Yes, ma'am.
medic and I heal people. So I'm sending my healing energy to all of you all, every single person on this platform. So I'm just telling you, I just wanted to tell you I appreciate you. That was
Thank you so much. And I'm gonna have to land your plane. I thank you so much, but ma'am, you're very talkative. Had to land your plane, ma'am. That's one of them chatty women. Lord, you go over there and hit it, and you got to hear her chat it up all night. I'm trying to go to sleep, ma'am. The cooch was good, but the conversation is too long, ma'am. I'm trying to go to sleep after I hit it. You the kind of nigga go over there for a booty call and you explain your feelings for the next 3 hours. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I have to biz ounce. You're gonna get there explaining everything. That's a chatty one. She's a nice sister. Oh, she's a very nice sister, lovely sister. Chatty. Love it. Love her. But ma'am, Lord, y'all you fellas, y'all had one of them chatty girls before. Be explaining her feelings and all that stuff. And be talking about all her business and ventures, all her business endeavors. Like, ma'am, I'm just trying to come over here and get a little taste. That's it. I'm not trying to come over here and hear your marketing plans, ma'am. I'm trying to get a little something. Shout out to that sister, though. Much respect there. Let's go up. John, hop on, John.
Reek, what up?
What's
So,
up, John? How you doing, John?
uh, parking. The Ronald Reagan building is right there next to Freedom Plaza. $20 for more than 2 hours of parking. It's right there. When people go to the White House for the Easter egg roll and all those events, that's where they park. It's right there. It's easy to walk to. You don't have to take the metro like the other people called and said. But that's the easiest place to park. Plus, there's plenty of other apps like whatever. Just Google parking app in DC where you can find the cheapest parking and give the address and it will give you. But that Ronald Reagan building, underground parking, they do search your car with the mirrors, make sure you don't have any bombs and everything, and then you
Yeah.
might have to wait in line to get in to go retrieve your car at the end. But it's the closest parking underground parking structure. $20 for over 2 hours versus a ticket. Sometimes a ticket might be more cost efficient, like in New York, than parking in
Okay.
a parking garage. So,
Let me got Linus is giving the thumbs down. She said, "Nope." Hold on. Let me get Linus on here. She said that ain't the business. Oh,
that
Linus.
is.
Absolutely not, brother. Why would you
Don't
want to
believe it.
park anywhere where they're going to check your vehicle, especially given the type of
They don't check it. They just
hold
they just
on,
they just check it
hold
with the
on,
mirror.
given the type of
They
rally
just
that
check
we're
it with the mirror
having,
underneath.
that's a trap. I
I'm just
wouldn't
telling
do it.
you.
I wouldn't do it.
Okay, fair. I'm telling you what's closest. And if you don't have anything on, they just check it with the mirror. That's the closest place to park.
Okay. Okay. There you go. All right. Thank you so much, guys. So Linus, they check people's cars up there.
Yeah, it's the Ronald Reagan building. I mean, all of those buildings are federal buildings and stuff. And, it's great to have cars checked because people do all types of nefarious things. My concern is just that one, time, and then two, putting your car in a location like that when you're trying to get to a rally. We're already here on an economic justice call to action that has been met with a lot of resistance, by many entities. And so, I mean, in good conscience, I wouldn't see why or how parking at a place like in a government building, at the bottom of a government building, and directing our people there could be a good look. So I just personally wouldn't do it. I like the idea, like the FBI brother said, parking in different areas around DC. You can take the metro. I would also discourage people. Don't think you're going to come to DC and park in someone's neighborhood. DC is very strict with permit parking, so people have stickers on their cars, and you get to park in your neighborhood based off of where you live at, which zone you live in. So just rolling up and parking in someone else's parking spot, even if it's on the street in front of a apartment building or a row house or whatever, it's still you can still get a ticket because you don't live in that area. So parking is very strict. There are lists of parking lots we can definitely put up, but I would not park in a parking lot of any federal government facility. Just personally, it's hell to get in and it's hell to get out. And again, given the amount of resistance we've been facing with trying to get our national and historic reparations claim, I just don't see how that sets our people up for success. Thank you.
Thank you, dear. All right. Okay. Let's get Brother Marcel in here. Marcel?
Hey Tariq, how are you?
I'm good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm just going to give people advice just from the perspective of a guy from a small town who's been to many big cities in like DC, which is not necessarily a big city, but from my perspective, it's huge. It's just best to take public transportation. That's really the most headache freeway. And I've been to DC many times. It's just best if you can do an Uber, a Lyft, or a taxi, or like
Yeah.
if people feel comfortable in Metro, that's just the safest stress freeway because parking is absolutely atrocious in DC. And I just
Yeah.
land there.
Thank you so much, brother. Yeah, yeah. You guys can come and just, hop in an Uber. You can get a hotel on the outskirts somewhere, or even a hotel downtown. There's plenty of hotels downtown, and just hop in an Uber, and that'd be the best bet. Let's get Brother Hayes in. Brother Hayes.
Yeah, hey, much love to everyone, my brothers and sisters. Yeah, regarding parking, yeah, seriously, just park at one of the I'm gonna say MARTA, but what's the train over there? Go Red Station, Silver Spring, park in the garage over there, take the train on in. Very easy, simple, and cheap, you know. But seriously, much love to everyone. Kids have me busy right now, but yeah, much love. Love you guys all, and yeah, good energy.
Thank you so much, brother. All right. Cool. So yeah, we're gonna make it do what it do. Everybody come, everybody be safe. We need everybody out here in DC to represent. This is going to be a monumental event. We need everybody here, and it's free. It's a free event, ladies and gentlemen. I know there's some people who thought that they had to buy tickets. You don't have to buy tickets. You do not have to buy tickets. It's absolutely free. Just come on through, network with the family, let your voices be heard. Um, Support all of the phenomenal speakers that we're going to have on stage. Also, if everybody can go to rallyforreparations.com, that's rally, the number four, reparations.com, and hit the donate button, that will contribute greatly to the success of this historic event that you can be a part of, that you will be a part of. This is history making right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a historical event, and you're going to be a part of it. and we're going to go down in history with this event. So we need all hands on deck as far as this, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, man, let me land my plane here. I think we had a constructive conversation tonight. I appreciate everybody for calling up. Again, everybody go to Rally for Reparations. That's rally, the number 4 reparations.com. Hit the donate button. We'll see everybody's face in the place this Saturday. Y'all be good. Puppy Akute and Lula Vuve to the fam.